Okay, and let's have a chat and then we can shop at the slug market. Oh, it's Jody. Jodariel appears to be prepared for whatever is to come this night. Though it is not yet dark, she's already in her raiments. Edwin soon joins her, also looking ready. Any sign of Rookie? None as yet. Complained about chaffing at the collar of his mask. Our freedom might be hinging on that collar then. I am certain that it is. They share a laugh together. The three of you exchange glances, but nothing is said, or needs to be said. Soon, if Wolfred is to be believed, one of your companions may regain his or her freedom. Hey, what did I miss? Am I late? Is it starting? Is it starting yet? Easy, Rookie. We got a little time. It isn't starting yet. How fare your struggles with your mask, Greentail? Feeling a lot better, thanks. Just had to smash it repeatedly against the wall for a little bit, but put some of the old nerves to bed, there for a good measure. Though, is it really happening, huh? One of us might be getting out of here, like, soon. By dawn, in fact, if all goes well. If all goes well? That's one way to look at it, I guess. What are you getting at, Greentail? Let's just... We might be breaking up the band here, people. If one of us gets out, that's been bugging me for a while. I thought we were all getting out of here at once. He shoots a look at you. Some of us, we might not be getting out of here at all. Edwin slams his fist against the wall. No, not if I can help it. We made a promise to each other, each of us, the four of us. We're all getting out of here. I care about the others too, I do, but we've been here from the start. I want you to know my promise is to you. I believe you'll do the same for me. So if it's like this, if any one of us gets out, great, but it's just a start. We're going to do whatever it takes there, on the other side, to make it so that the rest of us can get back too. What, you think they're going to build a bridge down here if we ask nice or something? I don't know what it's going to take, I just know we have to try. Jodariel turns to you. Rita, we shall find a way. She nods to reassure you and to reassure herself. Rookie nods his head in turn, and Hedwin's gaze never once falters. Well, my friends, I think it's just about time. Let's go. One by one they turn towards the door. The fall of Solium awaits, a vital step in your quest for freedom. Yet you feel in your heart that it shall not be shall only be the first. Your three companions each gained one hope for the liberation right. Steel yourself in turn. Indeed. Okay, let's visit good old Flokenron. Psst, hey you guys. So just so you're aware and all, I know how you come here. How come you're here? How come you made it all the way up here? Oh, I know, alright. You're here cause I got the lowest prices in all of the downside, am I right? And some of the new stuff I got in stock, you're gonna get a lot of value here, an awful lot. Okay, I'm not sure if I want to sell this. This is a good talisman, honestly. And the Gold Bracer, it's not bad either. The Righteous Flame, that's also good. Is there anything here that I really want to get, though? Vengeful Vow is... Oh, but if Bearer is banished. So basically this is... like, if we want to play Tizo without playing Tizo, then this is it. I'm not really sure if there's anything here that I want. Maybe a little bit more Stardust? I think I'm just going to go for a little bit more Stardust, honestly, because I think that these are all good. I want to use these. So let's just get a handful of Stardust. And just slap that onto the Ashen Coal, I guess. Okay, now we get a full plus 30 Pyre. And we need to really like think about how we are going to do this. Like the Gold Bracer on Headwind is a good pick. Freedom takes backseat to the lowest prices in the downside. Sure does. I think Jody is good with the Ashen Call because getting Jody to do anything apart from that is highly unlikely. Wait, we already have one of these. Hey Ron, I want to sell this. Because we already have one of these. Do I buy something else? I could get another handful. Yeah, let's get another handful of Stardust and we can just put that onto like the Righteous Flame or something. Is there actually anything else I want to improve? I could improve the Gold Bracer. I could get the... I could improve this even. So I could get like Rookie to be even better than he is at the moment. Better quickness is also an option. This cannot be improved at all. And this cannot be improved. This combined with like Gilman is pretty damn strong. Also Gilman plus this is really strong. I think I might improve... I'm not really sure. I think I'm just going to improve the Righteous Talisman. Because it's even more Pyre in case we need to, you know, leech. See you guys again sometime soon, maybe. Okay, because I gotta say, you're my favorite customers I've had all week. Okay, thanks Ron. Okay. Let's get ready because it's the Liberation Rite and this actually matters. Because as it turns out, the steps we've taken thus far haven't really mattered so much. But this is where it actually, like, this is where the game begins. Is everyone prepared, Edwin? Yes, though several of us have another question that's been troubling us. You need but ask. You said that one of us is going to return to the Commonwealth if we defeat the Tempers in the rites this night. What happens if we fail? Edwin, my boy, don't you see, the path to freedom and the path to enlightenment are one and the same. Do you intend to stray from the path? No. Then you have nothing to fear. But let me be much more upfront with you. Should you be defeated by the Tempers this night, then one of them shall end up going free instead of one of you. It is as simple as that. What then is to be done? The very same as if we achieve victory. We await our next such opportunity and make the most of it. Tonight our plan is set in motion. We are united in our cause. We shall look as ever toward the stars for guidance, and seize upon our future chances, just as they arise. So look up, boy, and set aside your doubts. It is time to take great strides along the path. So when I played this for the first time, I lost exactly one rite. It was a Liberation Rite, and I lost it because of the Titan Stars. Because I picked a Titan Star and did not compensate for it adequately. So, we need to think, these guys are going to be demons. So that means they are slow. But it might also be just one demon and two minions. Minions can be like anything, but they are going to have at least one demon. And the demons are like Jodariel, so they are slow, but they have very, very, very large auras. So, at this point, honestly, I can offset Endriga the Widow fully with my so this is actually a safe bet. So let's just disable everything. In this case, I don't actually want the Tattered Mantle because they have such high, like their auras are huge. So if when they grasp the orb, they still have the aura. I mean, I can still try to banish them, I suppose, and they are going to move slowly. So I guess it doesn't really matter. Also, your adversaries shall deal an additional 5 damage is devastating because they already do high damage. And presence is not an option. 8 quickness, I mean... And stamina, don't really want that. I think I'm going to go with Endriga. I guess that this doesn't really matter. Yeah, I can still offset the Tattered Mantle if I banish them before I try to go for the orb. So I can still work with this. And we just need to keep them away from our Pyre. Because if they get there, then yeah, not good at all. And I'm still afraid of the Islach, the Astralborn. I just don't want this at all in any situation. So I guess we're going to go with this, but this kind of matters now. Hello, Cromwit. Or Cromwit, not Crom.
The summit of the sacred mountain and stood upon the fall of Solium. You are to be commended for your guidance, reader, but only if you can prevail in this liberation rite. Here you stand to gain much more than some enlightenment. Your adversaries are none other than the Tempers. I trust they need no introduction. Soon, one among you shall regain their freedom.
The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. Then, anointed one of the Tempers, come forth now and declare yourself and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. A massive demon swaggers into view. He reaches for his mask. You know who I am already, but look at what we've got here. The damn Nightwings decided to show up. Almost figured we were never going to see the day again. It takes notice of someone in your ranks. Hey, you! He indicates Jodariel. She scoffs back at him. Lose the mask. Ain't seen one of our own in ages, not in these damn robes. Jodariel's hesitation is almost imperceptible before she moves to remove her mask, just as her adversary asked. Satisfied? Whoa, you must be new. Jodariel soon puts her mask back on. Enough talk. Huh, I like you, curly horns. Tell you what, once we put out your lights, you come along with these guys. We're gonna have a spot open. Only shame is, I ain't gonna be around to show you a good time. I should rather cut out my tongue. Oh, you don't mean that. Our kind, we ought to stick together. Now, come on. Ignorius throws his mask back on as his allies snarl at the rest of you. And they have an Ashen Coal. Okay. So they are actually going to have the advantage, because we are going to have an Ashen Coal, but we have the Titan Star, so we're going to start out with 100 and they will start at 130. So we're going to have an uphill battle against them. Have the Nightwings reached a decision on whose behalf they shall conduct this rite? The Lone Minstrel gets your attention in his subtle way. Rita, this is it. The first companion whom you choose shall be anointed to go free this very night if you prevail. The other two in the triumvirate shall lend their aid. As you may know, only the most enlightened in the rites are eligible to go free. Not all among you may be ready yet. Hello, Comwit, once again. Now, Nightwings, I would have your decision.
Who most deserves their freedom?
Okay, so these are our options. We can anoint Jodariel in a way that makes sense. We can anoint Ruki, or we can anoint Tizo. So these are the ones that have the highest enlightenment at this point. In a way, I would like to pick Tizo here, but I do welcome any possible alternative options that you may have in the chat. My logic for picking Tizo here is I cannot play Tizo that well. And although Tizo has the ability to fly, Tizo isn't very quick, so that means Tizo is a bit of a lightweight. Tizo is a decent defensive, but not exactly perfect because you lose the defensive advantage when you lose Tizo in the suicide attack. Jody is an option, but that means we lose our big defensive hero. And Ruki is basically the quickest character apart from Gilman that we have. Yeah, Jody is better defensive than Tizo, that's right. And we have another flying character, we have Pamitha here. And Pamitha is not going to be, like, eligible for liberation anytime soon. In a way, this is... Yeah, I think Tizo is the best option at this point, because we, like, getting Tizo out is a good idea. Yeah, I play better with Jody and Ruki, and although I would like to set Ruki free, I think Tizo is the way to go. Okay, well, Tizo shall regain his freedom if you prevail. Tizo seems stunned by your decision, though is very grateful for you, to you for it, all the same. Then the Gate Guardian looks upon you and your adversaries. Very well then. Under the watch of the 8 scribes here are the stakes of this Eve's liberation rite. Should the Nightwings prevail, the one called Tizo shall be liberated. Should the Tempers prevail, the exiled Ignarius shall go free instead. Damn the consequences. She then turns to you. Now, who among the Nightwings shall complete your triumvirate to strive alongside Tizo and see to his glory, see to his return in glory?
Who shall stand with him?
Okay, now we need to pick the best characters for this job. I think we can offset their slow but big auras with Sir Gilman's quickness. So if we can see an opening, Sir Gilman will be able to make, take advantage of it. But we do need a very, very good defensive hero to offset Sir Gilman's poor ability to defend.
Sir Gilman.
By this knight's honor, he shall do his very best. And then we need a good defensive, so that could be Jody. Yeah, it shall be Jody. Plus the Ashen Cold. Very well, let us prevail here and see this through. Oh, that is done. Very well, the 8 scribes accept your choices, Reader of the Nightwings. She then indicates to the Lone Minstrel. Now are you yourself prepared, Tarek? Aye, Celeste. Then let us begin. Nightwings, been waiting an awful long time to get out of this hole. Try and stop me. Okay, so we are going to need Gilman. Oh, damn it. Oh. Good guy, Tizo. Okay, we have offset the difference, so now the real game begins. Okay, this is still fine. Ah. Okay, onward, Cizo. Ah, damn it. Oh, good attempt. Boom! Oh, that was so close. Could have done both these. Oh, good attempt. Okay, they're playing for time. No, no. There we go. Good, good. Tizo got stuck in the corner a little bit. Okay, they have that area protected. Okay, they are trying a sort of a different tactic here. I don't like the fact that they are advancing. Okay. Okay. They left themselves wide open. You good-for-nothing Nightwings. Skip out on us for years and then show up all of a sudden like you're going to let somebody out for once. But now we gotta work for it, I guess. Damn it, I used to be the best. At this at least. But now, the pressure's getting to me. Can't believe it's getting to me. Amora, I doubt you'd even recognize me anyway. Come on, Nightwings. Let's see you keep this up.
The demon whom you face was once a man. Long since tainted by the downside, or rather by his crimes. I suspect his penance is not yet complete.
Ah, damn it, I should have done one more jump. Ah, damn it.
Crushing blow against your Pyre.
Okay, but we're still in it.
No sign of the tempers for the time.
They made a mistake.
Sir Gilman plunges into the fire.
Once again.
Takes the plunge.
Once again, they left themselves wide open. It's one hit and we win this.
More than a lick of flame remains. And there
Yes!
it is, at last. The Nightwings proved their worth. As for their adversaries, they did not.
Tizo goes free.
Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus, the scribes have chosen. The exile appointed by the Nightwings shall be free. absolved of all misdeeds, return to glory in the Commonwealth. His adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
Gah, what a joke. Should have had this. You should have had this. Good old Rusty. You've been waiting so damn long. Damn it, damn it. Yeah, indeed, Tizo had no misdeeds. Tizo was completely innocent because Tizo was born in the downside, so technically we just sent up a Drive Imp. And although the loss of Tizo as a character is a bit sad, I couldn't play Tizo that well anyway. Like, here I put my best effort in and I was able to make some plays, but getting those plays later on might have probably been a little bit tougher. Nightwings be seeing you around, I guess. Next time, you ain't gonna be so lucky. Tizo is stunned by what transpired and by what he thinks is about to happen. Also, Tizo has like the cutest liberation outfit ever. He looks around as the reality of what transpired sinks in. He realizes now that this is goodbye, at least for the time. He struggles to express the gratitude he feels at having served the Nightwings these many years. He also does not know what to expect from the Commonwealth and whether he will be accepted. Nevertheless, he vows that he will keep doing his part to the benefit of Wulfred's plan. With that, he splashes into the Shimmer Pool and is gone from view. You hear him chirping one last time. Tizo wishes for the best for each of you and asks that you remember him. Tizo earned his freedom. May he return in glory.
Godspeed.
Technically, he never returned because rather he's going.
Are ever merciful. By their grace, the cycle of the rites may soon commence again.
Focus, training, prowess. The path towards survival on the Blood Border. These rites make similar demands of us. After banishing an adversary, Jodariel recovers all her stamina. That's actually good. Or when landing from a jump, Jodariel briefly stuns nearby adversaries, making them drop the orb. That's also good. For 7 seconds after saluting her adversaries, Jodariel deals an additional 7 damage to the adversary's Pyre. I never salute, so Brazen Manner does not matter. Does not matter. Does not matter, not manner. Anyway, that's yeah. Press C to salute. You can salute if you want to. If you don't have a skill attached or a talisman that ties into the salute skill, that's just wasting time. And I don't want to salute because it's a big risk. So crushing heal is what we're going to go for.
Until the rites begin anew.
That's actually really good. We actually managed to win our first liberation rite. After your victory over the Tempers in the liberation rite, you return to your wagon to decide how to proceed from here. Hard to believe Tizo's gone. Well, look on the bright side, it's one less mouth to feed. We'll see Tizo again if we persevere. Our journey is now begun in earnest. We'll just need to make a few last preparations whilst we are here. What about the stars? Can we afford the time? About that, Rita, go see for yourself. The night sky over Mount Olodial is much darker than you would have expected. Your thoughts are with Tizo as you look toward the heavens. You gaze into the darkness of the night. Seek now your destination. Sun greets the Titan star. But as you can see, you search and search the sky, but in vain. No stars are shining now. The stars revealed nothing, did they not? You confirm his suspicions. It is as the book foretells. This is the chance we need to make ready for what lies ahead. There's a haven south of here we'll travel to at dawn. And when the stars decide to shine for us again, we'll be ready. Mark my words. Oh, Xay's here. Hello. In spite of the late hour, you find Xay minding her own business in the wagon and talking to herself, or rather, to the wagon walls. Wagon walls, yes. But most of all, I think I'm going to miss his little chirping sounds. He woke me up with them sometimes. He kept waking me up. He sure was a good friend to both of us, right, little brother? Why, you knew him even better than I did. Much better, I should think. So, you must really miss him too. She spreads her arms against the wall. I understand, I do. Those drive-imps up there, they seem very sad about this too. Or maybe some are happy, I don't know. More food for them to share. And they like food. Tizo sure liked food. I wonder if he'll like the food at home. It's very different, right? And so maybe he won't? But he eats almost anything. Oh, this must be so exciting for him. And I know the scribes, they shall be watching over him still. I think maybe they love him best of all. I cannot wait to hear what he thinks of it all. And I think for sure that he will help with Mr. Sandalwood's big plan. That's great. That's the great things about Tizo, little brother. No matter where he goes, he always helps. He always helps. I think we will eventually find out what Xay's crime is. She bonds off without acknowledging your presence in the least. You sense that she has found some peace despite now being separated from her little friend Tizo. Indeed, Tizo and Xay are fairly close friends. Because I think there's like... Xay can basically talk with Tizo better than anyone else in the group. Because Tizo talks in, you know, squeaks and creaks and croaks. You hope by now that he has found safe passage into the Commonwealth. Indeed. And I believe we still... where's... Oh, there's Tizo's nest. So indeed, Tizo's status now is liberated. But yeah, Tizo's nest is still here. Continue your journey. Good morning, my boy. The place I noted earlier, let me illuminate the way. Moonlight Alcove. Wilfred leads all of you into a calm and quiet clearing, tucked away inside one of the mountain's hidden folds. All about you see a variety of strange items and equipment. And now, after we, of course, talk with our friends, we bide our time. Hello there, Wilfred. You find Wilfred seemingly lost in thoughts, but then he turns to you. Greetings, Rita. This wagon and I, we have many memories together, and I could not help reliving some of them just now. I suppose some aspects of my past may be of relevance to you given your role. If there is something that you wish to know, you need but ask. We can ask why what he did to earn his sentence, we can ask about the Nightwings being disbanded, or we can ask about the lone minstrel. What shall we... I imagine I know what Wulfred is basically... Like, Wulfred is a similar person as we are. So he was probably banished for a similar crime, such as like possessing books or revolutionary thoughts or something like that. Or we can ask why the Nightwings were disbanded and why we have been recreated. We have one more vote for the minstrel. Anyone else want to, you know, learn more about the different things here? We can ask about the minstrel. I imagine the backstory of the Nightwings is going to be revealed in time. So let's learn a little bit about the minstrel. Ask Wulfred about his history with the lone minstrel, whom he seems to know quite well. Tarek was there with the Nightwings when they took me on. His manner has always been much as how you've seen it. Although he is somewhat more cheerful now than I recall back then, if you can believe that. I think our plan has sparked a little fire in him. He serves the Rights and the Nightwings. I have tried to ask him of his past before, but he seems rather reluctant to speak of it. Though it is plain that he is not from around here. This being the downside, I respect his wishes for some privacy. Nonetheless, although I do not know too much of him, I count him as a friend. I lost track of him for some time, though it was he who first informed me that the Nightwings had returned. He and Tizo were instrumental in our meeting. It's been good to see him doing relatively well, anyway. Was there anything else you wish to talk about for now? I guess we can ask more. Let's ask about those Nightwings. I wasn't sure if we would get a single question or all of them. Let's ask about the Nightwings. You express interest in knowing more of how the Nightwings came to be here, and Wulfred's past connection to the group. I have been connected to the Nightwings almost since the beginning of my days in exile. They found me in a manner, as I understand, quite like how Hedwyn and the others found you. Back then, it was a smaller group than we have now. I joined an exile called Erisa, and another known as Orlech. Once in a while, we let little Tizo stand with us as well. He's rather older than he looks. Yeah, the sentences are pretty much as private of information as it can be. The other triumvirates we stood against, they feared us. Only the Tempers presented any threat to us in any given right. But there was a terrible accident. Erisa, we lost her, and Orlech, who was my friend, he fell from Mount Alodiel. We lost him as well, on the night when he was to be free. We were reckless and hasty, and I was powerless to stop any of it. I blame the Rights themselves, the circumstance that puts us into danger. The downside has claimed many lives, yet this was too much. I vowed never again to don the mask and raiments. I had the black wagon cleared and buried, such that it could not be used again. If the Nightwings would arise again, it would be under different circumstances, under new leadership, and towards a different purpose. That is all I wish to say of this, my boy. We can ask about the sentence. Let's do it. We ask Wulfred about his past in the Commonwealth and how it is he came to be in the downside. How rather forward of you, my boy. Most whom I have met during my travels here have been reluctant to approach the subject of one's history before one's exile. Nonetheless, I am happy to tell you. As a reader, I assume you are familiar with the stamping press. I owned and operated one. So, any legal invention allowing written materials to be published at an extraordinary rate. Basically, it's a press. It's a printing press. I took issue with the Commonwealth, the ban on literacy, the interminable wars against the High-Wing remnants. I spread the truth about it all with my machine. Under pseudonym, of course. Still, I knew I was putting myself at risk, and sure enough, my stamping press was eventually discovered and burned to the ground. I, however, managed to elude capture for a while. But not for long enough. Here in the downside, I chanced upon the Nightwings, who were searching for Rita. In that respect, my past, I think, is similar to yours. Anyway, that is the long and the short of it. Now then, was there anything else? And we have no further questions. You thank Wolfred for his time and bid him good rest of the afternoon. Likewise to you, Rita. Be well. So yeah, basically the same, well, not really the same story, but a similar story. But instead of just owning literature, Wolfred was making literature. Let us bide our time. Everyone, the amenities are modest here at Moonlight Alcove, but I suggest that you get comfortable. We may be here for some time. As for myself, I have some business to attend to. Please leave the wagon in my care for now. It shall be ready by when you need it next. From the mountaintop you can see all across the downside. Its impossible expanse staring back at you. The thought occurs to you that you may never see another land besides it. And so you and your companions wait upon the mountaintop in quiet solitude, anticipating when the cycle of the rites begins to turn again. Then you shall have another opportunity to free one of your own. You may earn back their freedom, one by one. Many moons pass. Then, one evening, may I have a moment, Rita? The Lord Minstrel finds you poring over the Book of Rites, as has been your leaning through your stay at this abode. Beg your pardon, but there is something you may wish to see. Please follow me. You follow him into the cold of night. Look forth, Rita, sir. The stars shine like you have never seen. Once more the path towards salvation is revealed, but now something is different. The stars shine once more. Seek now our destination. Each prior time you searched the stars, they showed you a single path, but now several rites avail themselves to you at once. Henceforth you may choose from several different rites. Choose your path towards salvation. So yeah, this is basically where the game opens up a lot more. Also, our our travel to each of these locations is going to be significantly improved in speed. So basically now we get to choose from multiple one of these. There are certain rites here that we are still not able to participate in, but we have multiple rites available to us. So let's see who we have here on offer. So we have Melith the Bogstar. If we want to challenge the dissidents here, then we may do so here. We have Haub, and this would be the Pyre Hearts, and Gol the South Star, and this is where we can challenge the Fate. So, whom shall we fight next? At this point, I don't think it really matters. I think I can fairly decently compete against each one of these. I think I had the most trouble with the with the dissidents on our first attempts, and of course they have now improved as well, because each time you basically at each turn of the rites, the other triumvirates also improve. They gain new equipment, new talismans. They also, I believe, they also become smarter and faster and all that stuff. I'm not sure how well their like abilities get improved, because obviously through enlightenment our characters get new abilities and, you know, stuff like that. But they definitely do get new talismans. That much I know. So whom do we challenge next? I'm not going to probably challenge them yet, but we can pick which one we're going to go against next time. So Dissidents for some good music, or Sir Deluge in case we want to have another go at them and, you know, let Sir Gilman gain back some of that honor. Or do we go against the Fate once more? This means going through the bog, which is not necessarily something I want to do because the bog sucks. But the music though. Also, I think it affects who we're going to meet in the Liberation Rite, because if we kick one of these guys down a notch, I think that means that they are less likely to actually make it into the Liberation Rites. So it's also a question of whom do we want to try and kick down on the ladder, so that we don't have to fight them in the Liberation Rites. So actually picking the ones that we are bad at also makes sense. As much as I want to see dissidents here, I might actually want to see them in the Liberation Rites, because that is a lot of good music. So I'm going... Also, I don't like the bog, honestly. So I think I'm going to pick the Pyre Hearts. Now let's challenge the Pyre Hearts. The stars urge that we go to the cairn of Haub, a long way off. Wolfred, sir, how are we to reach the cairn of Haub in due course of time? You know full well, Tarek. Preparations are complete. You think you see the lone minstrel smile, ever faintly, but cannot be sure. Please ask the others to gather their belongings, rest, and then assemble at the wagon there at dawn. We shall be departing at that time. As you will, sir. The cycle begins anew. As the years advanced, you'll find there ought to be fewer rites this time until once more we are to traverse Scribe's Gate. There are a couple of rites every cycle, but ultimately there are fewer normal rites, and there is more focus on the Liberation Rites. If this is what I think, Sir Gilman is going to hate this. Possibly. Exactly how many? It is difficult to say, but our next chance at liberty ought to present itself much sooner than before, so let's be ready for it. Now then, see you in the morning, Rita. Your companions have not traveled far from Moonlight Alcove. Word of the news soon spreads throughout the group. Yep. Indeed it shall, but we'll continue our journey next time. Because for now, my voice is starting to go a little bit, and we have already done many good things. So we made it through our first Liberation Rites, and we actually did manage to get Tizo free. And now the cycle begins anew. We get another chance to free more of us. And next time we're going to go up against the Pyre Hearts again. So the game has been saved, and indeed it is time for us to leave this until next time.